Hello everybody, and welcome to this match between Scruffy and Nezuko. I hope everybody can hear me fine. Uh, but yeah, here we are, round one of RR12. Two excellent competitors here. Probably two of the players I personally would expect to get very far in this tournament. So certainly interesting to see these guys face off against each other in round one here. But yeah, 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here as we see both players load in and try out some different stuff. And there is also some history between Scruffy and Nezuko in Roulette Rivals before. Nezuko has beaten Scruffy once in Roulette Rivals 10. So let's see here if Scruffy is able to get get his revenge here, or if Nezuko can keep that up. And if I'm not mistaken, Nezuko has been doing really well lately, right? He won a contracts roulette tournament, so if I'm not mistaken, he should have done that, and that's a lot of momentum to bring in here to RR12. So let's see if he can keep that going as well. And map record on screen on the bottom there, 215 buy in for fun. I mean, a map like New York, it's always possible to beat that, so that's gonna be very, very interesting. Yeah, 5 seconds here till the match starts, and we get our spin. What we get here in New York as the first SMG as the bank robber. Bank robber is always a fun one. Both players here seems very clear that they want to start as the bank robber. Scruffy gets his load in a little bit faster here. And is already moving along. Nezuko shouldn't be too far behind here. Yeah, Nezuko here is struggling a little bit with his loadout, and that is giving Scruffy a big advantage here so far, especially on a map like New York, where it's so important to be fast with your loadout. But yeah, here Nezuko comes as well, and it's some buffering here on Scruffy. Uh, Okay, Scruffy is offline at the moment. Hopefully he's able to get back on. There he comes. Okay, good, good, good. 1 minute in here and it's move along a little bit, but Scruffy seems to be getting his first data core here. Now Nezuko has loaded in, is seemingly doing this a similar approach here. Lot of shots there with the Krug as Scruffy is entering the office, activates the Wi-Fi, deactivates the Wi-Fi here, and now he just waits for Tina to get in her seat. Uh, Careful there with the camera. Ooh, very solid there by Scruffy. Very, very solid stuff we see here by Scruffy. This is some next level stuff I think we're seeing here by Scruffy. Very, very solid. Being able to deal with that with an SMG. Uh, and it's just the last day the core hair Scruffy does indeed look like he knows what he's doing here. So I see some comments here. Is that allowed? So yeah, I don't know personally. It's not really mud shots though, is it? But yeah, I think the admins are gonna have to reflect on that one. But no matter what, it looked It's a skill demanding thing to do. So Scruffy is no matter what still proving what kind of player he is here. But yeah, the question is being asked in chat here. It's a very solid. Yeah, Mudshot seems to be very specifically talking about doors though. Uh, So yeah, it does, as far as I understand right now, it seems to be allowed, but Nezuko is looking like he's gonna, yeah, looks like he's gonna miss the photo finish window here, but of course isn't too far behind. We get red guns there as well, Nezuko. That's very unfortunate. And yeah, Scruffy is indeed awarded the points here as we move on to Colorado. Yeah, some discussion in regards to whether or not what Scruffy did there was legal, but it seems that the conclusion is that it is legal. Yeah, if you guys want me to turn on like one of the guys' audios, I can probably do that. Uh, I don't know if I can. I can probably do it. Actually, I don't know if I can do that, but I'm at least sitting here and talking. But yeah, Scruffy, that was actually a very nice nice approach by Scruffy. That has to be said, though. The fact that getting those careful distractions with an SMG is always a very solid thing to be able to do, and a very difficult thing, at least in my own experience. Yeah, player A and B, right? But I can't. They seem to be on. Maybe it's like this. Yeah, okay. I had to drag the bar. Uh, So yeah, I just this audio right here is probably all right. Tell me if you want it louder, but yeah, I just had to drag the bar. Scruffy warming up, Nezuko also getting ready here. 1.5 minutes till we're entering Colorado. Both only 3 matches each, never played each other here. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be. I think this also is a wide open. Who's gonna win here? I'd definitely say this is one of the best Hitman 1 maps for Roulette, considering high difficulty and I mean there's always like no spin really has the same approach really here, so that's also always what's so fun about Colorado for Roulette. Yeah, Scruffy just going crazy, killing some guards and whatever now. As we're closing in on getting the spin here. Yeah, we get Sean Rose, Kitchen Knife as a Militia Spec Ops, Penelope Graves, Silence Pistol as Militia Elite, Ezra Berg, Injected Poison as Militia Technician, and Maya Parvati, Silence SMG Hacker. So that's certainly an interesting spin here. Very curious to see how the players start this. They go, we see Nezuko very quickly in here. Uh, Much better here than New York on that front. Scruffy not too far behind as well. Both going Westbridge start. So that's probably not a dumb idea considering that this is a very heavy loadout with both the silenced SMG and silenced pistol. And both having the same idea, dragging this guy into the box. They are forced to let Ezra stay awake here. Can't really knock him out. So that very gonna be interesting to see what they deal with. This looks like Nezuko is going in up top here.
Command, got a possible 517.
Not
Moving in
really
to
getting an
investigate.
ideal situation there for not able to get Penelope quite yet. She comes to the door there on the crowbar, while we see Scruffy down at the bottom here, knocking out the guys. Looks like he wanna knock out Penelope as well. Uh, Ezra has moved on. Uh, yeah, Nezuko here gets the first kill. Militia elite there. They're moving very fast here to begin with. Scruffy, of course, there with the first kill. Yeah, realizes he has to be a bit careful with these guys. Suddenly a lot of trouble here for Scruffy. Yeah, gets the hacker knockout clean there. Is he able to drag it in without getting spotted? He is. Very clean, very clean. Into the hacker, and it looks like he is intending on going for Maya. Nezuko is 10 seconds ahead of him, and looks like he's heading for Maya as well, but does not have the hacker's disguise here, so he looks like he will be forced to run a bit back and forth for to kill Maya here.
I cannot believe you're still tinkering with these. This is taking forever. We need get this car ready for shipment. Wow.
Yeah, Scruffy being faster with his lore as well. So Scruffy, with being able to already get the kill here on Maya, should allow him to have a little bit of an advantage, even though he's a little bit behind. I'm gonna try to refresh Scruffy here to just make sure that we're at the right spot. Um, yeah, so far it's pretty much been the exact same routing here by the guys, but Scruffy certainly has an advantage having been able to bring the hacker's disguise all the way to Maya. Now is both of them gonna be able to get Sean here? Always so interesting when both the technician guys are up and standing here. Darts and Scruffy seems to be getting the kill there and gets into his last disguise. Nezuko as well gets the kill into the disguise, and yeah, this is so close between both players, but it has to be said here that Scruffy's advantage from bringing the hacker's disguise over to Maya probably is gonna be beneficial unless what we see here from Nezuko. This is interesting. This can actually be really valuable if he's able to get the kill on Ezra right here. But you wouldn't want to waste too much time on it, of course. But Ricky was 5:45, I think, by Fanium. Uh, Not impossible that Scruffy might beat it here. I mean, should just be letting Ezra walk past this. He's careful here, though. He doesn't want to lose it. Ooh, this is gonna be very close. That should be like if it was 5:45, that's like 2 or 3 seconds behind that record, if I'm not mistaken, right? So very, very solid here by Scruffy. Once again, here Scruffy proving his game knowledge and performing extremely solid. Nezuko unfortunately struggling a little bit at the end there, but Scruffy goes up 4-1, 4-0, and we're moving on to Paris. Paris is a map these guys have played on against each other in the past, where Nezuko won. So that's certainly going to be interesting to see if Scruffy can get a 6-0 and his revenge, or if Nezuko is going to start his reverse sweep on the next one here. Yeah, that match against Nezuko is actually the only match Scruffy has ever played on Paris. So yeah, map record as well here, 222 by Frody. That feels very unbeatable off the top of my head. So that's going to be interesting, especially considering the pace we've seen so far with these players.
Hey, buddy. Wanna leave that alone?
Novikov asked me to fetch it for him. He's carrying the file list himself.
Time.
PG, I'm just sitting here. I didn't have any interesting to talk about while we're waiting for the match, but it's hard to talk to myself, you know. If I had a co-caster, I would have had something to talk of, you know. But at least there's 30 seconds till we get going now, so certainly looking forward to what we can get here. Hopefully, we can get a non-target pacification condition on this spin. That is always fun. Yeah, both players looking at tech restart as their default location at least. So but yeah, we're getting ready here. 2 seconds left. And what do we get here in Paris? It's a non-target pacification on Victor, loud sniper rifle as a palace staff, and Dahlia electrocution as a security guard. This one's gonna be it seems very straightforward off the top of my head, but we're gonna see what players are thinking. Kitchen start, at least, it looks like, by Scruffy. And Nezuko there, it looked like he wanted to start up at the Yago auction, so looks like we might be seeing two completely different approaches here. But yeah, Scruffy changes his mind during the loading screen. And loud sniper rifle is, of course, always it's not the most ideal weapon, considering it's such a it can be difficult to bring around, but it still shouldn't be too difficult to isolate Victor here. But now both players are pretty much loading in on this at the same time here, and Scruffy changes his mind again here. It seems goes for a seeker, and but yeah, Nezuko is running along. So he indeed looks like he has a very clear plan. Yeah, Redis the sink, and just gets Dahlia ready to die now. 35 seconds in. Scruffy, on the other hand, ooh, he hit the G prompt. I maybe think not what he wanted to do. A bit stressed out here, maybe Scruffy now, considering he did 4 research to begin his run. It's certainly understandable. Um,
Hey there, waiter.
yeah, Nezuko keeps his momentum up. Should have a security guard. This guy's just right around the corner here, and yeah, I think if Nezuko it doesn't make any mistakes here, I think he should have enough momentum in this run so far to take this map. Yeah, Scruffy being really careful with that camera, just throws his hammer and gets sent into combat. Oh, wow. By that guy. Interesting. And Nezuko here. Ooh, I thought Nezuko would have something ready, Nemetic maybe ready for this guy, but that does not seem to be the case. Or yeah, he crawls into the corner maybe to Seeker here, I would assume. Yeah, he's careful with it. Ooh, does he hit Victor though? That's a different question. This is one of those mistakes that might end up actually costing him. He had a very nice routing and pathing and setup for everything here. And the Palace staff, as we have seen by Scruffy here, should be a free disguise. But he did get the Seeker in the end there, so very, very solid. Nezuko stays alive here and keeps it going. So yeah, let's just not mess up the loud sniper shot and not get anybody's found there, and it should indeed be a GG, as PG says. But Scruffy now, being extra careful with that camera, does not want to get spotted by that guy again. Yeah, gets the guard, gets the. No way! No. That's so unfortunate by Nezuko there. I think he had too many things to worry about, it seemed. And now I think this is all flipped. Yeah, Scruffy might have some difficulties getting Dahlia, but it shouldn't really be. He still has some ethics to get her to the toilet. But yeah, as long as he doesn't get spotted by any cameras here, he is now the person that has a straight path to the finish line. But it seemed like Nezuko might have a better approach here from my personal point of view at least, so he might be able to catch up, who knows.
What the? Hey, what's up? How's it going? You gotta be kidding.
Drops the Emetic, hopefully doesn't hit anybody else here. That could be a bit unfortunate if he does.
Oh, I gotta run.
Hey, you okay? You need help.
Yeah, did this guy just see the puddle? He did, and I don't know if Scruffy noticed that that guy saw the puddle. Uh, ooh, okay, this suddenly flipped. Again. I mean, he should have noticed that, right? There was even a question mark above his head.
Oh, yeah, that's working. Okay, don't stop. Whatever you're doing, don't stop. Don't stop. This is
Both targets are
Yeah, Scruffy has to restart. That was so unfortunate. But yeah, it's like I noticed. Like he really should have noticed that question mark. He really should have. So that Scruffy now really just really stressed here. But now we've seen his seen his route. We've seen his strat. Let's hope he can repeat this. But again, we're at the spot where Nezuko has a lot of the momentum here. And maybe not the dumbest thing what Nezuko just did by securing Kurt. It's Kurt his name is, right? That card. Uh, but yeah, Nezuko now should be able to send Victor to a toilet downstairs. Just get the disguise, get the sniper, and hopefully hide Victor before... and please do not knock out Victor before killing him. That's very important here. Yeah, this was certainly an intense back and forth so far. Closest to door, this should be 2 doors, so as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, no one should hear this, and he should hopefully be able to run out of there before there's any trouble. Yeah, Nezuko here, very clean, this time at least. That extra seeker shot on Victor's guard might prove to have made a huge difference on his second run here. And it looks like he will keep this match going on to our next map, which is Marrakesh. So more action to come.
Work 47. Time to find Dahlia Margolis.
Yeah, Scruffy really. I'm thinking about. I'm very curious how Scruffy could have missed that question mark above that guy's head. But yeah, reverse sweep is indeed what might happen now. Uh, yeah, Marrakesh, as said, is our next map here. Scruffy has never played this in Roulette Rivals before, while Nezuko has played here twice. So I guess it's also it's wide open here as it has been everywhere else. I'll I'll say so. Curious to see what both players, if there's anything interesting that the players can come up with.
Welcome. You made it. Most impressive, 47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Take him down. On it. Get a beat on him. Come on.
No visual.
Oh, interesting stuff here by Scruffy. Causing a target lockdown. Why did he do that? Is that like a new strat or something?
You made it.
Yeah, we at least
Most
have 1
impressive,
minute to
47.
go, or hopefully
Now
Scruffy
to
can show
locate
off
Klaus
that
Strandberg.
what he wanted to do there one more time, because I got very curious.
You not want to lose this guy again.
And a map record, as we see at the bottom, 438 by Chris X3. Who knows if what we see Scruffy do here is something he can do during the match? Maybe we can get a map record on our during this match.
That is Klaus Strandberg.
Ooh.
Most wanted
This
man
is
in Rock.
very interesting. What can I
Target
say?
down.
Very, very
Next
interesting
up,
here by Scruffy.
Razor Zaydan.
Seem to need a trank for it, but other than that, very interesting. 5 seconds to go here though. So let's see what we get. Is this a spin where Scruffy can repeat and do the exact same thing again? I wouldn't know, but we at least have explosive an explosion accident as elite soldier for Reza, and a silent shotgun as the local printing crew on a no target pacification for Klaus. I would assume maybe that's just a traditional isolation for Klaus here. And yeah, no target pacification there as well, so
Welcome to.
should be straight. Should be a relatively straightforward spin here, I say, and there's no real necessity for the toilet lore. Neither for Reza here, can just drive by him in the school. So certainly gonna be an interesting spin here.
Salam alaikum. You want a lamb?
What the hell are Crystal Dawn doing? What are you talking
Yeah, Scruffy looks like he's aiming straight for the printing crew guy in the corner here. Careful with the trank. Nezuko has different thoughts here. Starts in the school. And actually looks like he is thinking about the nice little propane inside of Reza's office here. Can just knock him out as he does. Can just now place a breaching charge and run off if he wants to. So very, very solid start here by Nezuko. If he can get in a printing crew and get the shotgun before Klaus, 230 on Klaus, right? This can be an interesting, very, very interesting run here. But I doubt that he'll be able to do that. But Scruffy is in a local printing crew and on his way to
You made it. Most
Klaus
impressive, 47.
right now.
Now to locate Klaus
Even have a
Strandberg.
propane flask picked up, so he's ready for everything.
Open fire. Target is in the clear.
Does a
We have
careful
visual.
body shot there,
Lost
which
visual
allows
too.
him past this guy. Ooh, I got an unfortunate combat right there, and has to restart. Nezuko, on the other hand, here keeps running, is by the printing crew right now. Question is, though, can he get to Klaus in time? He has about 1 minute here, so yeah, can make the conference room. Good point. Good point. But it's not easy to get over to the conference room if you don't have like emetics or tranks or something to get rid of those guys, though. So I'm very curious to see here if Nezuko has something very good planned. He does indeed have the momentum in this match so far.
I'll go find a spot and then we head back to the school. How's that?
He's
Sure.
inside the consulate right now.
Hello. Hey, can you hear me? Are you okay?
Ooh, he body shots with a shotgun. That's very interesting. But yeah, not everybody panics yet, so Nezuko being extra careful here.
Huh? Hey, you're not just gonna leave that there, are you?
You made it. Most impressive, 47. Now to locate
Curious
Klaus
what
Strandberg.
if Nezuko has anything special planned. He gets into the janitor's disguise. Looks like he might. But Scruffy, at least, on the other hand, is getting into the consulate here. Successful panic, it seems this time, and he should have more than enough time to get to Klaus in time for the 2:30 ISO here.
So, do we have an understanding?
Yeah, sure, of course.
So it does maybe look like Ness is planning on getting Klaus, maybe around the corner here. Can he get a chain lore? On good chain lore here on. This is very, very nice if he can get a good chain lore on
Target down. Next up,
Klaus.
Razor Zaydan.
Ooh, that guard just turns around. Very nice there for Nezuko. Scruffy on the other end got the kill, no problem, but does need to get to an elite militia disguise here. Nezuko is done now, very, very clean by him. But yeah, it skips the keys and runs outside there for the exit. I would then assume that that approach is faster, so yeah, this looks like Nezuko might be able to get it, but it's not necessarily done for Scruffy yet here. It's not, shouldn't be that far for him to actually, ooh, that's very nice. He gets a trank. Cleanly into the disguise. Nezuko is at the exit though, and Scruffy is gonna have to be really, really, really fast here if he wants to turn this into a photo finish, but right now that is looking a little bit difficult. Especially considering he goes in here.
Now to locate General Zaydan.
And yeah, this should now be a win by Nezuko, and the reverse sweep is still alive.
You believe for a second that Zayden is masterminding this coup by himself?
Yeah, 4-4 as Chongqing is the next map that we will get. Great, great stuff by Nezuko there. Very nice isolation on Klaus in the end to clean up that Marrakesh.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, Chongqing as the decider here in about 3 minutes. Map record by Joker Jane, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Very, very solid. And yeah, Scruffy and Nezuko both the exact same experience. Never faced each other here though. So again, wide open between these guys. Absolutely wide open. I guess a photo finish tie on Chong isn't actually that unlikely, I feel, at this point. It can happen, especially with players like these. And if we got a photo finish tie here, we would be moving on to Sapienza.
Give him all you got, Cup.
About 50 seconds here till we get started, and both players here warming up, making sure that they're ready and in rhythm. This is definitely gonna be an intense, nail-biting decider here.
Oh, Royce. Hush. Remind me why we do this. Don't you have to... What is that? That's not normal.
You got the bastard, Hush. Now go get Imogen Royce and we can get to the core.
Yeah, both players are ready here on the planning screen. And as it's 5 seconds till we get the spin here. What do we have? We get Hush Assault Rifle as the researcher, and we get Imogen Royce with scissors as the homeless person. So probably not the fastest spin in the world, but definitely somewhat straightforward and should be very much doable by both players. I think it's somewhat dependent there on who loads in the fastest, if anything. Then we'll just see who makes the first mistake from there. But Scruffy is quickly loading in here. And both players seems to be thinking about the same spot as the block guard. Scruffy with some interesting pathing, but this is interesting. Is an attempt at a homeless person lore, but did he get it? That was looked like the lady, so it did not look like he actually got the lore he was looking for, or maybe he's just gonna go in there and get the homeless disguise anyways. A little bit of some whoosh there, and this guy's the guard that comes out actually. So Nezuko here on the other hand, running up, has his smuggle and might just be aiming to get done with Hush here as fast as possible. And this certainly certainly her Nezuko has to have the momentum if he can cleanly get the Hush kill right here.
Nothing but rain.
You can say that again.
Yeah, just gotta make sure to get this guy with the nice pink blazer and drags him into the room to be extra careful here.
Supernatural brain shit? I heard it's some kind of recon.
Yeah, Scruffy this time actually brings a snail in there. Interestingly enough, it's gonna get some people subdued, but and he even has a research to disguise here if everything works out with this one. But Nezuko, on the other hand, done with Hush and is heading towards the homeless person's disguise. Scissors as well is something these guys gotta make sure that they pick up. And that should be at the bottom of the apartment buildings. Not too sure if there's another set of scissors they can pick up. Yeah, Scruffy in the homeless disguise. I guess at this point he needs to make it to Hush in time before it's too late. So interesting to see. Can Scruffy clear out this room here and make it work?
Why isn't the necessary place?
He's still in the bathroom, I'm afraid.
You convinced him to come. How strange.
Ooh, he actually gets
That's him.
lore on Hush in here.
Hush
Very
the
nice.
bastard.
That is the peekaboo, right?
Wow. He looks a lot older.
Nezuko, on the other hand, is working very hard at this. Ooh, did he just eat the dart? And does he restart on that? Ooh, he actually does. That's very unfortunate. This flips it now. This certainly flips it now. Yeah, very confused about that research. As Blunts is calling out here, it should be a very easy and consistent lore behind the truck. Just pick up the crowbar right next to him and just throw the crowbar behind the truck. Should be a super consistent lore on that homeless person right there. And there's even a free homeless person around the corner who's asleep, right? So very interesting to restart on that one. But that leaves it here with Scruffy. But Scruffy, of course, did play a bit rushed, skipped his smuggle, and has been running up and down the stairs. This is his second time running all the way up the stairs here. So it's been a bit back and forth, and it's probably going to take some time for him to get to Imogen as well. But the Hush kill should indeed be done right here.
You got the
Which it
bastard,
also
Hush.
is, and a
I'll go get
homeless
Imogen
person
Rising if you get to
disguise he gets into right there and decides to bring the briefcase. Yeah, different approach we see here from Nezuko this time. Ooh, gets a bullet impact notice there. That's not ideal. But Scruffy has not sent Imogen out yet, so I might maybe just realize he don't have the scissors or big whoosh, but shouldn't matter when he's in the researcher's disguise there.
My knee is so sore. Why's that?
Yeah, maybe he's too. Ooh, the guard has not done anything to Hush yet, but this should probably. Very unfortunate here by Nezuko, a bit chaotic. He has crime noticed and probably rips the run right there. Very unfortunate, very weird to see him reset on that other one where he had so was in such a good position, but I think a few mistakes are a lot of stress for our players, it seems. But Scruffy here is just looking for a drone, it seems, so he can send Imogen to the spot. Yeah, I think it's very interesting personally to see Nezuko having changed up his routing here to the dumpling chef. Of course, gets the scissors early on, and now seems to be jetting for the homeless person disguise. No, he's not. He's just going around here. Interesting. Ooh. Scruffy goes in, crowbars the door from the front here. Depending on where Imogen is coming from here, he's should be in a very good position no matter what. But it looks actually like Imogen is coming in here. It's gonna be a bit of a wait, but at this point I can't see Nezuko catching up. Or you never know if Nezuko can get this kill here on Hush as fast as possible and shoot an early drone. A lot can happen, but it should just be wait a little bit here now for Scruffy, and he should get it. But then again, uh, who knows? Maybe Scruffy is worried about Nezuko being close to the finish line and does something he shouldn't do. But it does indeed look like he's just allowing Imogen to get to the spot here. Very, very careful. Ooh, that's not ideal by Nezuko again, unfortunate. And I think here this is a very was a very interesting decider here to say the least. But it seems like Scruffy is able to
Good.
pull it together
Let's
here
both
in the
targets
end
down. I just need to override
and
this,
take this
and
one
then
as
I'm
he's
in.
just
You get
running
out
as
now, I
fast
can
as he
take care
can
of the data remotely.
towards the exit
Unless
now.
you want to handle it yourself.
I think that's a GG, and I mean, well played by both players here. Almost a reverse sweep as well by Nezuko. So, but what more can you say? These are two of the players you expect to be amongst top 8, top 5 in this tournament. So, so to see them have such a close game, it just makes very much sense. Amazing performance here by both players. And great match. Always fun to see a match go all the way to 5 games. Then yeah, I guess we're gonna move on here and take a look. I don't know. Hopefully the results has been updated here, so I can move on and take a look at the brackets. They have, they have. Uh, so let's see here. So far, there's of course been 6 matches played, and I'm not sure if there's any more matches today, but we'll see later once we look at the upcoming games. But so far, we see here that actually Scruffy's opponent has already been decided as he faces off against Pijero in the next match. That's certainly going to be a hype one. Um, on the other side, we see Nezuko move on to the losers bracket where he will face off against Rocky. So that's how the next matches are looking like. What the next matches are looking like for both players here. And why don't we look at what's next? Who who is playing next here? Well, at least Central European time, there's no more matches today, but tomorrow at 10 a.m., I guess, we'll have Gorg versus Peter Dutton MP in Mumbai and Hokkaido, and yeah, three more matches later on there tomorrow, uh, from 18 CST. So a lot of matches here to look forward to. A lot of matches to look forward to. But I don't know if I have anything more to add on that. So I just thought we have a few guys hanging around, and I think it would just be fair to maybe raid somebody. I see looks like Arnav is playing, so why don't we send everybody over to him? He's playing some contracts and some other stuff. Is it like not possible to raid him? Okay, let me see. Is there... Well, if I can't raid Arnav, then I'm just gonna call it today. Have a good night, good evening, everybody, and absolutely a great, great, great match. Catch you later.